Hello my dear friends. The Earth consists of three main parts: crust, mantle and core. The outermost layer of the Earth is the skin. This layer is less thick compared to other layers of the Earth. Its thickness is less under the oceans and about 100 km under the continents. Under the shell is the mantle. This layer is very thick, about 2900 km. The mantle consists of three parts: outer, middle and inner. The middle mantle is semi-solid and pasty, but the other two parts of the mantle, outer and inner, are solid. Under the mantle, the third layer of the Earth is the core. This layer consists of two parts called outer core and inner core. The outer core is molten and has a thickness of about 2200 km. The inner core is solid and mainly composed of iron and nickel, and its thickness is about 1250 km. Why am I saying these now? Because we want to examine the deepest excavations of mankind in this video. Number 10. Chuquicamata Mine in Chile. In northern Chile, a large open-pit mine called Chuquicamata exists. This area has been used for copper mining since the late 1870s. This mine is currently one of the largest open-pit mines in the world. Its length is about 4,500 meters, its width is more than 3,200 meters, and its depth is almost 1 kilometer. Recent measurement: Chuquicamata, making it the second deepest open-pit mine on Earth. Number 9. Bingham Canyon Mine. This mine is located in America and copper is extracted here. Brothers Sanford and Thomas Bingham first discovered copper in the area in 1848, and the Utah Copper Company began mining in 1906. Since then, nearly 20 million tons of copper have been produced, and this mine is probably the most productive copper mine in history. Bingham has an area of nearly 2,000 hectares and its depth is more than 1,200 meters. Currently, this mine is the deepest open mine in the world. Number 8. Ice Cube Neutrino Observatory. The observatory was built at a cost of $279 million and was completed in 2010. The work of the observatory is to identify subatomic particles known as neutrinos. To do this, sensors called digital optical modules are placed deep in the Antarctic ice. The depth of these holes is sometimes more than 2,400 meters. Number 7. Drilling Vessel Chikia. Of course, this is not a hole inside the land, but a Japanese drilling ship that was built to study the environments under the sea. The vessel was launched in January 2002, and 10 years later, in April 2012, Chikia officially set a new deep-sea drilling record by reaching a depth of 7,741 meters below sea level. Number 6. Cornwall. In 2018, a company called Geothermal Engineering began drilling in Cornwall, England, hoping to supply electricity from underground hot rocks. One is 1.6 miles and the other is 2.8 miles. In 2019, the representatives of the company claimed that this drill reached a depth of about 5,000 meters. Number 5. KTB well. From 1990 to 1994, the Federal Republic of Germany was digging wells KTB. This well actually consists of two deep parts, a test hole and a very deep main hole, the depth of which reaches more than 9 kilometers. Using this borehole, scientists managed to collect a lot of geothermal data and conduct studies that were not possible through surface observations. Number 4. Bertha Rogers, Oklahoma, USA. The Bertha Rogers well, previously the deepest well in the entire world, was drilled in Oklahoma to look for natural gas reserves. Drilled between 1972 and 1974, the well reached an incredible depth of 9,583 meters and officially set the world record on April 13, 1974. Drilling was officially stopped when the drill pipe was destroyed by a hole of molten sulfur. Bertha Rogers well is the deepest hole in the United States. Number 3. Deepwater Horizon, Texas, America. Drilling rig Deepwater Horizon, built at a cost of over $560 million, it was leased to BP and docked in the Gulf of Mexico. The drilling of Deepwater Horizon reached a depth of 10,668 meters, which set the record for the deepest oil well in the world. Just a few months later, Deepwater Horizon experienced a catastrophic explosion and set another record, reportedly spilling nearly 5 million barrels of oil into the Gulf of Mexico. Number 2. The record of the deepest oil well remained in the hands of Deepwater Horizon for a long time. The Sakhalin-1 project, which was underway in the Sakhalin region of Russia, reached a record of 12,345 meters in one of the wells, which is an incredible record. 19 months later, in the same area, it was claimed that another well reached a depth of 12,376 meters. But this was not the end of the work, and in 2017 it was said that this same well was able to reach an incredible number of 14,900 meters. This depth can fit 18 Burj Khalifa in itself. This well is the world's longest well in terms of length, but not in terms of vertical depth. Number 1. This huge hole, which is the Kola Super Deep Well, is a very deep hole that is located in the Kola Peninsula in the glacial regions of northwestern Russia and near the border of this country with northern Norway. This very deep hole consists of many holes that branch off from a central hole. The deepest hole was dug to a depth of 12,263 meters, and despite its astonishing depth, the diameter of the hole was the size of a dinner plate. In order to understand how deep this hole really is, you have to imagine the height of Mount Everest and Mount Fuji on top of each other. This hole is even deeper than the deepest point of the ocean, the Mariana Trench, which is 11,034 meters below sea level. What do you think? Do you know why the Kola well was dug?